Hello everyone, this is the Final Bosman on the road, and on today's episode, I'm very indie friendly. Welcome to the show. I am Kyle Bosman, and we're back in the back section of game trailers. This is the capture section, where we capture game footage. So it does turn out that the Final Bosman on the road has really just meant the Final Bosman in various places around this office that doesn't even belong to us anymore. So that's where we are. Stop it, Kyle. You're gonna ruin the brand. You know that? I don't care. So there is a reason we're back here. Actually, it is that I want to show you a few games. But before we do that, before we skip to those games, there's a news story that popped up recently. Kind of ties into everything in a weird way. On Monday, Kotaku reported that Nintendo's their head of their indie initiative, a man named Dan Adelman, he has resigned. He quit his job. And in an interview with Jason Schreier, he said some very funny things, kind of creepy things, basically about Nintendo's policies, in particular their policy about checking up on indie developers to make sure they're legit, right? They couldn't work at their homes. They had to work out of offices. This quote, there were people whose job it was to look up addresses in Google Maps to see if the business address was a home or an office building. And if it looked a little residential, they'd ask for photos, which is hilarious. He goes on to say that policy, thankfully, is gone. So that doesn't happen anymore. An interesting thing to me, though, is later on, he says something that probably is more interesting to me in regards to another policy that is no longer in place. During the WiiWare days, developers had to sell a minimum number of units in order to qualify for rev share. The intent was actually noble. We wanted to discourage shovelware. Unfortunately, some developers who were taking risks with their game development but couldn't find an audience were getting penalized. We got rid of that for DSiWare and both eShops. So, the thing I'm struggling with today is that I think that Nintendo may have become too lenient. I think that in trying to be more open to indie developers, they may have opened those doors too wide. I'm going to show you a few games that came out within the last 3 weeks. So this first game I want to look at is called The Letter. And The Letter already is one of those games that has a reputation, right? Nobody likes The Letter. It's like short and stupid, and it's a $2 game. It shouldn't be on the way. So I had to try it. I had to give it a shot. So I downloaded The Letter. Let's just look at it. Let's all watch The Letter together. Like here's its title page. There's like our loading for The Letter. You can already tell, oh, this is gonna be budget. This is like, I just see a letter on the gamepad right now, and it's like, what is this? And it takes a real long time to load. We're not sure what's loading. But this is our start menu. And like, can you see the controls? This is our tutorial here. It's all like in like Times New Roman. And at this point, I had heard everything that everyone was saying about The Letter. I was still shocked at like how low grade this is. But I'm on board, you know, I'm ready to check it out. A loading screen. I don't mind this music. It's awful, but I don't mind it. Our first objective is find the letter. And you notice immediately that the controls are inverted, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's fine. So you look around the room for a letter. Oh, there it is. Dear Michael. Okay, have my letter. Okay. So there's a letter. Dad's died. He says, don't go to where I died. And then you want to go where Dad died. Welcome to the Valley. This is what I like about The Letter. This is like the main chunk of the game, is the Valley. And what I think is interesting about this is that the lack of design here makes it more interesting to explore. And that like, this isn't a well-designed video game level, but that makes it like creepier. I know nothing is going to move, but I'm like, is something going to move? These are the trees. Somebody like designed these trees and put them in the ground, And like, that is what this game is. I didn't think you could get a game like this today. And so, while I'm not mad I spent $2 on the letter, I'm sure Nintendo doesn't want this as a showcase of what's available on the Wii U eShop. But too bad, I'm showcasing this. Here it is. Nintendo, this is what you can get on the Wii U eShop for $2. Potty here, please. So the next game I want to check out is a game that I was actually excited about. It's called, here, I'll throw it up. Frederick, Resurrection. That's not how you spell resurrection, by the way. Before you put your game out, you should check to make sure your title's spelled right before you're selling it to people. Anyway, we're playing Frederick, Resurrection of Music. This game's $5.99. It is available on iPads and everything. It's a PC, it's on Steam, it's on lots of things. But it just made it to Wii U. And for the first time ever, because those other services don't require an ESRB rating, it's rated E, ages 10 and up. And so what this game is about, it's about Frederick Chopin, and he's he's a famous pianist slash composer brought back to life to travel the world to tell artists of our modern day that their music isn't good. And actually, I find this kind of thing appealing. I like, it's like Jammer Lammy, Guitar Man. You know, you're on a journey and you have to like do musical duels. Love that kind of thing. I was ready to be on board for this game. The thing is, this game's like rotten. There's lots to like about this game. I like some of the music. I like a lot of the music. It's probably the reason I played through the entire thing, actually. But also, at the same time, some of the worst voice acting I've ever heard. And at times, offensive, pretty racist. I'll show you a racist one.
They only care about trinkets and carriages and have probably never heard of the Philharmonic or the theatre. And this is supposed to be the world's capital of culture?
The capital? It's not here, not this address. If you want to see the world's capital, please come to Tokyo.
Tokyo? Japan?
So it's the guy. He's using like an offensive stereotypical Chinese accent, which would already be offensive if the kid was Chinese, but he's Japanese. They're just going to Japan. Just things like that, where it's these horrible voices. I'll show you another one. This is like the Rastafarian guy. He blows like weed smoke in Chopin's face, and then he's just like, oh, now I get a new perspective. Again, it's rated E for kids.
This place makes me feel depressed, uneasy. It was a normal beach until you landed here to hum these nocturnes. But chill, I'll soon fix it. See, old man, it's better already. Truly a powerful effect.
Then he poofs away, and Chopin thinks it was all hallucination, which I don't think like hallucinations are part of marijuana. I don't think that's like it goes that intense, but apparently in this world it does. Anyway, I want to show you one last cutscene that to me is just like hilarious. It makes me happy I beat the game.
It will improve your health, mental health.
Oh, God damn it, Chopin! You'll pay me for this.
Just to reiterate what happened there. Oh, God damn it, Chopin. You will pay me for this. You can't. I don't even blame the developers. They're all from Poland. They're all Polish. They all live in Poland. They probably didn't know you can't say damn it. I don't know why you can't say damn it. I don't know why that's a bad word. I think, honestly, no one at Nintendo played this game. I think nobody did. And I think it's probably a thing where it's just like, well, we can't play every game that's submitted to us. Maybe you probably should. Maybe you should play at least every game you put up on your store. If you're paying people to go on Google Maps and find out if your workers work in a home or an office, like you should hire someone to play through this game to make sure that some Polish guy isn't saying God damn it to kids. Damn it, Chopin. Last game I want to show everybody is called IQ Test. And I mean, a lot of us, I think we've all played this kind of thing on the internet. It's just like one of those things where it's not an actual IQ test. It's not challenging your intelligence. It's like, hey, here's a bunch of like puzzles, and if you click the wrong thing, you're stupid, and then you feel smart for actually like figuring out their little clever trick. Tap here, like, okay, you tap the word here. Isn't that clever? You all love that? Green, red, green. Smallest square, it's the square in the eye. This is the one, this gets me so angry. Okay, 2 plus 2 equals what? You and I know the answer is 4, and we see that A equals 4. You would think that you should tap A, correct? No, you're supposed to tap the A button. Why? I don't know. You're just being intentionally obtuse, you jerk. You're a jerk game. Like, you should have known to press the button, not tap on it on the screen. Why? What rule did you have that said that? Oh, actually, hey, I'm sorry, I got a little frustrated. I want to show you a really cool iPhone game that I downloaded. It's called the Moron Test. You know, it's like a cool like kind of test to see whether you're a moron or not. Wait a second. IQ test is $4.99. Meanwhile, this guy, you know, you're free. Red, then blue, and green. Red, blue, green. And like, touch the biggest duck. What is happening right here? Is there like, do you think maybe they're like copying? They're like copying the idea of using lined paper on a weird IQ test with rubber ducks as the icon for your program? I have to know who made this. Here we are. Here's the credits. So this game was made by Jordan Schutz, Garrett Schutz, and Jim Schutz. The Schutz brothers. Congratulations, boys. You made a Wii U game. Clearly, you blatantly copied someone else's design. You robbed that of someone. Like, don't do that. Don't put it on the Wii Shop. Those are the 3 games. Those are 3 games that were released recently on the Nintendo Wii U eShop. And they're rough. You know, I honestly feel like Nintendo isn't even paying attention. I feel like they've gone from being too strict to just not caring what's up there. We need indies. Is IQ Test an indie game? Yes, it is. Good job, you got an indie game on your store. It's just frustrating. I mean, Nintendo can put any game they want on their stores. However, when this company is up against people saying, Nintendo, you gotta go mobile. You gotta put your stuff on mobile. And Nintendo's response is, we feel that our hardware offers a greater value than what you might find on mobile, which, by the way, I think that is true. You can't do stuff like this at the same time. You have to care about what's on your eShop, because if you sell the same sort of junk, the same like copycat clones that you find on an iOS store, then you are no better. Then you are the same. Those shovelware, all that shovelware that you were so afraid of allowing on the eShop, it's here. You got it. You got your shovelware now. The letter is released. It's at your gate, pounding on the door. It's in the castle. I don't know. What do you say to a big dopey elephant? I'll think about it. I'm like, no, you won't. You're right. Why do I bother? That is the episode for this week. Next week, I'll probably, I'll just be around here again somewhere. But it'll be a new episode, and on Wednesday, of course. I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.
Oh, God damn it, Chopin!
All right, everyone, since I spent most of that episode trashing on some games, I wanted to show you something that I actually really loved from a game that I played this weekend. I was playing Game & Wario, I guess because I got that with my points for filling out surveys on Club Nintendo. But it's fun. It's more fun than I thought it would be. One thing I really like about it, it's got a lot of, mini games, of course, but it's got this weird thing called collection where you'll find like lots of stupid little things. So like here, like I'll blow bubbles, and then they show up on the big screen. That's Wii U innovation, right? But there's one I really, really like it a lot. Mr. Tanaka's sketchbook. So here it says, right where you want to go, and then show it to the passing cars. Because you see, we got like a highway passing by here of just cars that are going by. So let's say I want to go to new GT office. And then I actually throw it up like this is like, hey, I want to go here. I want to go to the, anybody? Then he stops and I get in his ride. And here we are. And there's, there's the new GTIs. Oh my gosh. To me, that is art. See you next week.